Continuing with Chapter 3, Business Services Part 2 of OC, today we shall understand the various types of bank account. The types of bank account can be classified into two, demand deposits and time deposits. In demand deposits, we have the saving account and current account, and in time deposit, we have the fixed account and the recurring account. The main function of the bank is to collect unutilized money as deposits from public. Depositor in the bank has to open account in the bank. While opening the account in the bank, as per the rule for KYC, know your customer, identity card with photograph and evidence of residence is submitted to the bank. Then only the bank opens account according to the requirement of the applicant. Let us see the various types of accounts in detail. There are four types of bank accounts. Savings account. This account is opened in single name or joint names. Interest at fixed rate is paid on the amount deposited in this account. Interest is paid on the days for which the amount is deposited in large account. Account holder can deposit amount in this account through cash, check and draft. He can withdraw money through withdrawal slip or check. Minimum balance is decided by the bank is kept in the account. Number of withdrawal transactions in a month are fixed by the bank for this account. Bank provides facility of checkbook and ATM card. Account holder can nominate a successor for this account. The number of middle class families are quite large in our country, so banks receive deposits in large number. Current account. Normally, businessmen keep this kind of account. This account can be opened in single name of an individual or in the name of a business unit. There is no limit for debit or credit transactions in this account. Normally, no interest is paid on the amount lying in this account. Bank charges are recovered from account. Bank provides facility of lending to the account holder of this type of account. Recurring account. This type of account is opened for the purpose of saving. Every month, fixed amount on fixed date is deposited in this account. The rate of interest is higher than saving account but lower than fixed deposit account. On maturity of the account holder pays the amount deposited with interest. Fixed deposit account. This is called time deposit or term deposit. In this account, amount is deposited for fixed period. That is why it is called fixed deposit account. Depositor cannot withdraw money before stipulated period fixed between bank and himself. Compared to recurring and saving account, the rate of interest is higher. Bank gives written promise to pay the deposited amount with interest to the depositor. To conclude, banks accept deposits through various accounts and pays interest on the amount deposited. Normally, the rate of interest of all nationalized banks is same. Private banks and cooperative banks pay little higher interest. Our next topic is services provided by the bank. The main function of bank is to invest money, provide loan, accept deposit. In addition to this, bank has some more functions like looking after financial transactions of customer, issue of travelers check, issue drafts, RTGS, NEFT, bank overdraft, loan, credit card, debit card and work related to core banking. We shall see everything in detail one by one. To issue draft. Draft means a check written by a bank addressing another branch. The name of the person is mentioned in the draft and the order is issued to pay the amount to the person. When a person wants to send money to another person, he goes to the bank, pays money and the commission to be paid to the bank for issuing the draft and requests the bank to issue the draft. The sender requests the bank to issue the draft in favor of the receiver. The draft can be deposited only in the account of the person whose name is written on it, as it is account payee only. Unlike check, such draft never bounces. Banker's check or pay order. Banker's check is a facility similar to a bank draft. The check issued by the bank against payment accepted by the bank is called pay order. Pay order can be encashed only in the same city. The next topic is real-time gross settlement. in short, which is called as RTGS. When an RTGS member bank transfers money to any other RTGS member bank anywhere in India, this method is called RTGS. Each of the RTGS member branch bank is identified through IFSC code, which is Indian Financial System Code. It is an 11-digit alphanumeric code. IFSC code is provided by IDRBT, Institute for Development and Research on Banking Technology, Hyderabad. In RTGS method, money from the account of the account holder of the bank is transferred to the account holder of the another bank in India. The transaction is not done in cash, so both the sender and the beneficiary need to have an IFSC code. RBI provides services through RTGS. An amount of 2 lakh rupees or more is transferred through RTGS. In this method, commission is charged from the sender of the money and the receiver is not charged any commission. The next is National Electronic Fund Transfer or NEFT. NEFT is a method in which one bank having NEFT membership transfers money to another NEFT member bank in India. NEFT is also type of payment like RTGS. For this also IFSC code is given. In this system, there is no limit on minimum amount. Maximum rupees 2 lakh can be transferred in batches in this system. RBI is settling transactions on hourly basis. In this system, money is credited to the receiver's account on the same day or within 48 hours. Here, transactions are settled batch-wise through differential net settlement. Maximum 10 transactions can be there in one batch. IFSC code. All NEFT member banks are identified through IFSC code, which is an alphanumeric combination of 11 digits. In this method, commission is charged from the sender, but in case of inward NEFT, wherein the receiver is not charged any commission. Bank overdraft. When the facility to withdraw more money than the credit balance of his account is security given, then it is called bank overdraft. The interest has to be paid only on the overdraft amount through the maximum amount sanctioned for the overdraft, may be more. Cash credit. The loan provided by the business to the businessman for the growth and development of business, considering the stock and collection of money, is called cash credit. In this kind of loan, the stock of goods remains under the hypothecation of bank. The rate of interest is paid by the business unit according to the amount and the time used for loan as decided earlier. Loan. The main function of bank is to receive deposits and provide loans. The bank receives deposits at lower rate and provides loans at higher rate. The bank provides loans to the customers for different requirements like buying a house, buying furniture, renovation of the house, buying a vehicle, or for development of business. If the advance is for long time and the amount of repayment is paid fully at a time or at regular installments, then it is called loan. In order to secure the loan amount, the bank keeps the immovable property of the client as mortgage. Such loan is to be repaid according to the terms decided at the time of sanctioning loan. Our next topic is e-banking. What is e-banking? E-banking means electronic banking. In this kind of banking, transactions are done with the help of electronic media instead of physical method. The development in banking process is seen at three phases. The traditional process, connecting computers through network and use of internet. In the traditional process, the transactions of bank were done traditionally and the ledgers were maintained for entries of accounts. In addition to this, any work such as keeping vouchers or checking the specimen signature, etc., was done with the type without any type of machines. Today, in the traditional process of banking, all computers lying in the same branch are connected through network. One of these computers among all computers of the same branch was called the server. In this way, connecting all computers of the same branch is possible and banking becomes easy and speedy. Use of internet. Bank computers were connected through internet, as a result of which banking process became very easy and speedy. Our next topic is internet. Bank transactions are done through internet. For this kind of system, bank has also set up arrangements like e-corner or e-gallery. In this kind of transactions, bank provides unique code or password to customers. In this type of transactions are done in two ways: financial transactions and non-financial transactions. Financial transactions. Here, bank account holder transfers money from his bank account to another bank account of the other bank account holder. This transaction is called financial transaction. Payments like telephone bill, tax bill, LIC premiums, electricity bills, or other such payments are included in this. Non-financial transactions. In this kind of transaction, financial transaction is not included, but the account holder does the transactions like getting account statement, checkbook, pin change, stop payment request, and other non-financial transactions. The following functions become easy due to the use of internet in bank. One is the core banking, e-banking, and mobile banking. Meaning of core banking. Core in core banking means centralized online real-time exchange. In this system, all the branches of the same bank located in different parts of the world are connected to one another. In the centralized server of the bank, all the details of all the accounts of all the branches are available. The account holder of any branch can complete his transactions from any other branch of this bank. He can withdraw or deposit money or can do any transactions in his account from any other branch. Thus, the account holder becomes the customer of the bank and not of the particular branch. This process can be done in different branches of the same bank. Because of this arrangement, time and expense of both the bank and the customers are decreased. E-banking. Our next topic is e-banking or electronic banking. In the present time, all the banks are connected through internet to their branches by the medium of server. So a person can withdraw or deposit money from any other branch regardless of his home branch. Banks have established e-corner at different places by means of which the customer can either withdraw or deposit money from his account through his ATM card with the help of machine. He can also know the balance in his account by this system. Banking work becomes easy because of this system. Mobile banking. Mobile banking is a system through which any financial transaction is made possible from any corner of the world through electronic equipment, that is mobile phones with internet connectivity. The person need not have to go to the bank physically in the system and can manage transactions like knowing the balance of his account, paying the light bill, gas bill, taxes, or making other payments. Money can be transferred from one account to another. The customer has to make an application to the bank in order to get this kind of service. The bank then provides login ID and password for mobile banking. It is necessary to follow security rules in this system. Our last topic in this chapter is services associated with the bank. ATM, credit card, and debit card. The full form of this service is automatic teller machine. The bank account holder is given this facility. When the customer needs, he can withdraw the minimum amount decided by the bank and lesser than the balance of his account. The limitation of maximum withdrawal amount in the single time is also fixed by bank. The bank provides ATM card to the customer. The customer is also given a secret PIN. Money can be withdrawn from the ATM of the other bank also, but some extra charge has to be paid for the same. The next is credit card. This type of bank card has been widely used from the end of the 20th century. An account holder or any person can apply to the bank and can demand a credit card. The bank conducts a systematic study of the credit of the person, like how much debt can be repaid by him through this card. This is determined by the bank on the basis of study. On the basis of the study, the bank issues a credit card which is with a predetermined limit to him. When he makes purchase, the amount from his account will be debited and the amount will be credited to the seller's account. Balance statement is sent to the card holder at fixed time, which he has to settle or repay within the prescribed time. The next is debit card. This can be used at the place where there is an arrangement to do the transaction through debit card. The card holder makes payment of his shopping to this card. This card is given to the seller to swipe after shopping. The billing amount is debited to the account of the debit card holder. The card holder can spend only from the available balance in his account. We come to the end of chapter 3 OC. Please go through the exercises and learn the full form of abbreviations given in page number 31 of your textbook. Also read the lesson and try to understand all the short answers and long answers. Thank you.